Hi, it's Tyrone from TyroneShum.com, and welcome to a dedicated channel where I talk about outsourcing and automation. Alright, today's another Q&A session for this week, and I'm going to be answering a few questions. And I noticed that want to get straight into it, but I noticed there's a few questions about blogging, so I'm really happy to answer these ones as well. So the first question I've got here today is from CJ Newen, and the question is, Hi Tyrone, I started blogging over a month now and was wondering if you can view my blog and tell me one thing I need to work on and one thing you like about my blog. My blog is bestlifecafe.com. The purpose of my blog is to provide tips and tricks to help people improve their life. Much appreciation if you can help me out. Thank you. Alright, so I've opened up your blog right in front of me over here and I'm just having a quick look. When the name of it, bestlifecafe.com, is a pretty good name, but I don't know if you're really designing it to optimize for the search engines and you're trying to optimize for those tips and so forth. But the first thing I come onto this site is, as much as the name sort of just goes Best Life and then it's a cafe, I'm still just staring at it going, what is this site all about? So what you're missing mainly here, in my opinion, as a critical feedback to you, is a tagline. You need to put a tagline about what this site's all about. So your site, from what you explained to me inside your question, was tips and tricks for personal developments. I would highly recommend that you do put a tagline just below your heading here in your title, so that way people can sort of see what this is all about. And then that way, at least when I look at it, I go, okay, Best Life, it's about tips and tricks about personal developments. Overall, it's not too bad. The whole site itself, I really like the layout. It's quite a nice simplistic layout. There's just a few things that I think you could probably add to it, like up here, this blog thing. I would recommend you put all these as subcategories or subheadings over here instead of just down here. I'd recommend you put them all over here so that way people can see and click on them. Besides that, I think you're pretty much on the right track. Just keep writing really good content. Make sure you've got a really good about page talking about why you did this blog, an introduction about yourself. I'm just going to have a quick look to see what this is about with About Us. Okay, looks pretty good. Alright, so yeah, it looks like as though you're putting together some kind of magazine type of style blog. I would probably give you a little bit more information, like talk a little bit about your stronger background story, elaborate a little bit more, and show some examples of what you've done as well too, so that way it makes it a little bit more believable. Besides that, it looks like a pretty good blog. Great work and keep it up. Alright, thanks very much for that, CJ. Okay, so the next question I've got over here is from Cherie. Cherie's asking me a question here. G'day Tyrone, I've decided to offer outsource work from my home within my City of Columbia SC. I don't drive, have no vehicle, so I'm pretty much homebound. I wanted to know, in order for me to have a successful outsource business, what are the main things I need to know? I offer local business services to enter information, submit advertisements for the businesses, post to business blogs, enter data, etc. Things like that which a lot of business owners don't have access to or no time to do themselves. This is the link where I posted my services to classifiedads.com in my area. Okay, great. Can you suggest some instruction or an instructional link or site free of charge or very low cost to me where I can go and learn more about doing this type of work from home? Like how would I set up getting paid? How would I set up my time limit to do a job? I would appreciate your advice. My well-being depends on being successful and I thought you might be able to help. Well, Cherie, that's a great question, and I'll be honest with you, I haven't done that kind of stuff, but it's a great idea, and you've got a really good concept here, and a lot of local businesses, I totally agree, just don't have time to do these things. What I would do, if you want to set payment from these people, set up probably a landing page for yourself, once you've got an ad, set up a website. You might want to call it, I don't know, local business help or something like that.com. And if you can set that up, have a landing page where you have information about your services. Give them a one-page information about it, and they can click on it and sign up. And once you sign up, they can also purchase your services. And the easiest way to do is just to get a PayPal button onto your site, wherever you have that landing page. And when they click on it, they basically just pay for the services immediately. And then after that, they can get in contact with you with regards to doing the work. That's pretty much how I would do it. That's very, very simple. I've done something like that in terms of setting up workshops. I've done that setting up and launching other programs by just having a one-page domain set up with just a link at the bottom with application process or a pay now button or buy now button. And once I've got that up, then they just pay via PayPal and I receive the money. Make it as simple as possible, because the last thing you want is for people to click on this button and then just don't know what to do. So just keep it simple and then just get the work done. That's how I'd probably go about doing it. In terms of outsourcing the work, I definitely could recommend you could just check out all the material on my blog at tyronshum.com. Or alternatively, there's a 10 video step-by-step process at massoutsource.com, and you can download that all for free as well too. So just check that out. All right, thanks very much for that, Sheree. Next question is from Doug. Doug, hi Tyron, I only heard your name recently through Yara's blog, but what you display by being transparent and honest about your dishonesty is a reflection of your walk with Christ. Thank you. Only He can redeem and only He can forgive eternity. Praise God for your encouragement and humility. Thank you. If you get an opportunity, could you please review my blog that's going live this month and provide some feedback and any suggestions or modifications I can make? I am having a little challenge on how to organize the menu in category areas. Also have a Facebook page and that accompanies the blog as well within the same name. This is the site, christianresourcecafe.com. Thanks and God bless, a fellow brother in Christ. No problem, Doug. Let me load up your page and I could probably have a quick look just to see what I could do for you. So, christianresourcecafe.com. Let's have a quick look to see what this site's all about. Wow, that's pretty nice. Nice and clean too. I like it. Honestly, Doug, I can't really quite see anything that you need to adjust. You've got some really good content just going down the page. Though, as I did mention to another person previously, was give a tagline. I don't know what Christian Resource Cafe could really be all about. I know it's a site name and something about resources, but there's no tagline here. Maybe I would probably make this white so it stands out, because at first I just saw a coffee and the Bible, but I didn't see the title. And that's important. You need to have the title stand out. So maybe a brighter color like white or something that stands out. And then just a tagline of what this site's all about. Something like providing resources for Christians, etc. Something like that. I don't think you've got any problems with the categories. I'm looking at it now. It looks great. Don't need to really say much more than that. And I really like the clean, simple look. And I think it looks like you've got a nice theme that you took from that's free on the internet. So I can't really quite add much more to this. You've got a really good site. And I think the only thing that you could probably do to it is, let's have a look. Yeah, there's only one other thing I could recommend you do, is to set up a sign up to a newsletter on the right hand side or somewhere, like put it maybe just above or below here, so that people can sign up and receive like a newsletter or some information about it. So that way you can start building your list if that's what you're planning to do. Regardless, I would recommend you do that, because that way you can start building a list and also subscribers and people who follow you and can talk to you and communicate with as well. And if you have interesting information sent out to them, you can do it immediately instead of waiting for them to come back to your blog. So give that a shot, and I think you've got a great site. So keep up with that. Okay, thanks very much for that, Doug. The next question I've got is from Adrian. Hi Tyron, I came across your apology post while referencing your site. That's great. I had heard of you and what you do for a little while now, and it was sobering to hear you come clean. I just want to send a note of encouragement along with some questions. Thanks. First, I want to say that I'm a believer as well, and that humility is so powerful. The lower we go, the higher God brings us out. Our God is a God of restoration and can turn any situation and turn it around. You operate in a public arena and come clean publicly. God would honor that, I'm certain. Thank you, Adrian. I appreciate that. And yes, I've seen a lot of great things from God as well too, just because, not because I came out publicly, but also just within myself. Things have just been so good for me. Now, the thing you've said here is, now after seeing your video and post, I have some questions. My friends and I are embarking on this internet marketing journey and believe we have what it takes. We'd love to spend less time working in the long run. We know it's hard work to get it all started, and more time doing what we feel God is calling us to do. We currently use Yara Stark and Pat Flynn from smartpassiveincome.com as a reference points in terms of earnings. From your knowledge, are these individuals legitimate in what they say? I definitely say yes. The reason why is I personally know these people and also have seen it being true. Like I work with Pat Flynn at this point in time, and both what we generate in terms of income for businesses and so forth is real. So, when I've worked with both Yara and Pat, I've generated a lot more income because of the joint venture partnerships we've done with them. And the kind of traffic and the readership they have is very, very strong. So it's true. What they earn is true and it's online, and what they disclose is true as well. So I would follow them, and I'm definitely one of the closest friends as well too for both of them, and I can definitely say that you won't have any problems. Okay, and also too, I know you may not want to say it either way. I just thought I'd try and ask someone who could give a straight answer rather than spend hundreds of hours at something that won't give us the results we're hoping for. We're hoping this may be part of our livelihood, so if you could help, that would be awesome. Thanks, and God bless you tons, Adrian. All right. Well, I don't know exactly what you're trying to also achieve as well on the internet marketing journey, Adrian. But the first thing I'd probably say to you is to think ahead before you do start, and plan ahead and have the end goal in mind. If your goal is to work less and spend more time doing the things you enjoy with family, etc., then I would definitely incorporate that into your business, because the worst thing you can do is to start up all these things and then keep running on a journey and then just keep turning and basically get stuck yourself inside another job. So the goal is to plan out how long something like this might take you, and also have the end goal in mind. And if you can work towards that, then basically you're on the right track. And I know a lot of people have the good intentions to start out, but in my honest opinion, you really need to be strong and committed to those goals once you set it out to do. All right. The other thing I just want to mention to you is that it's a typical journey if you're looking to do internet marketing as well too, in terms of actually selling these kind of products and services to newbies, because once again, you're going to also have a lot of competition. And just from my opinion, it's a very saturated market, and there's a lot of people out there doing this already. So if you can go into a very niche type of market, which can help people, but also to generate more income and larger profits for you. And that's what I've been successful at doing, is looking at niche markets. And that's the reason why I was able to make a 6-figure income from my Dragon Boat business previously. And I sold that off as well. So you need to look at those things, and hopefully that can just sort of give you a guidance of where to go. All right, Adrian, thank you very much for your question, and thank you to everyone else who's left a question, and I've been more than happy to personally answer it, and hopefully I've helped you there. So I just want to wrap this up. This is the Q&A for this week. Hope to see you in the next Q&A as well. If you've got any further questions, just leave it at the ticket support disc, and I'll definitely do my best to answer it for you ASAP. Well, my name's Tyrone from tyroneshum.com, and I'll see you inside the next video. Bye for now.